Welcome to Roast Mortem, the only podcast that talks only about Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
Oh, no.
Wait,
Yeah,
but
I'm
he's
unprepared.
alive.
Yeah, it's fine. He's good. He's boring. Never
We're all
mind.
down
I'm
the
Tom.
inside.
I'm your science boy, Travis.
And I am your Cody for this evening.
Yeah, I'm going to take that back. Let's not talk about him at all.
I wish I had someone telling me about all these bugs inside my body.
What bugs?
Did
I
Neil
got
do
the-
that for you?
I got the coronavirus.
Oh, yeah? You
Dude,
got corona?
how'd you-
Well, how was your week? How was your corona week?
Yeah, how'd you get that?
I built a computer, and the bugs inside the computer gave me
Oh.
coronavirus from China.
Right, you ordered all your parts from China.
Because my last name is Lee, and my hard drive was made at Foxconn, where they jump out of the building windows and give me coronavirus.
There's probably a miscommunication between what people are saying about Foxconn, because look at the product they put out. They put out Apple products. Everyone's got
stuff.
Apple products. It's all good stuff. So I'm thinking that they're jumping out of the buildings because they have an endless amount of hope, and the people jumping out believe that they're truly flying.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
while they're working, they're forced to listen to I Believe I Can Fly 24 hours a day.
On
Right,
loop.
On
yep.
loop.
It's like being on PCP, but with work.
Yeah.
I mean, yep.
Right.
That's
so
redundant.
We don't have to talk about that anymore. That's not important.
Yeah. So basically, this week I got coronavirus, but I survived. Coronavirus, easy. Done it.
Yeah.
Been
How were
there,
there.
done that.
Got
What
the
were your
t-shirt.
symptoms
Put the
like?
lime.
Did you smell bad? Is that what happens? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm not sure
No,
either.
the secret is you got to put salt around your butthole and then stick a lime in it. That's
All
how
right.
you can deal with coronas.
Oh, okay. Yes, you become a corona. I get it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to get someone to sip from it, like Chuck Berry does.
Uh-huh.
Gross.
Nice.
Listen
It
to
has
that
to be an
episode.
Aboriginal man because they have stronger immune support to the ancients.
What kind of
Oh.
Aboriginal man? Like from Australia?
Yeah. They can connect you. Do you know they don't believe in time and shit? Like, if an Aboriginal listened to our show, they wouldn't understand. We're talking about the past? Well, I don't know.
Cody, does this like reek of racism?
I don't know yet. And
No, I'm serious. They have a weird timeline.
You're saying they don't understand time, which is a fairly easy concept that children get.
I don't know. Look it up.
looking it up. All right.
All right. So now we got your week out of the way.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
God.
fine. It's good. Productive week. I didn't think of
Yeah.
anything to say for this segment.
No, I never do. I never
Yeah.
do.
I researched our
The worst
subject.
part of the show.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys get Guinness virus?
Guinness virus.
I've been on steroids all week because I
How's
had
that?
dysfunction of the eustachian tube, which is
Oh, the eustachian tube.
eustachian right behind my joints here. I'm pointing to my ears. That's my joints. All right.
Yeah.
And what's going on there is I got incredible discomfort, no loss of hearing,
Yeah.
but
Thank
it
God.
just sucks to be alive. So I'm on steroids to get rid of them. I did that all week, so I haven't been able to drink. This is the first time I've drank, and
Oh, look at that.
so it's been a boring week.
Wait, so you were sick too?
I was like a 95%er, you know? That's not
Oh.
sick. You got to hit like 70%.
Really,
see-
that's your line?
Yeah, you're dying at 50. You
Oh,
got a
that's
cold, you're
weird.
not sick. You just got to like be careful what you touch. You got to make sure that if you're working in the food industry that you don't tell anyone.
Yeah, that's they'll take away your shift if you do.
Oh, yeah,
exactly.
you know.
Stay busy. Yeah, so that was
Ah.
my week doing that. And, got that Jeep. Told you about that.
Oh,
So that's
yeah,
fun.
okay.
Been already modified it. I put a 4-inch lift kit on it. Driving on
Can't
the
tell.
beach already. I don't have a shirt on ever anymore.
Oh, lovely. You got a little hula girl on your dash or something?
I do. So many people doing the peace sign at me, which
Oh,
I guess
no.
Wrangler people do.
Yeah.
So I ignore them.
Does your girlfriend's hair constantly look blown out all the time?
Yeah, she looks like straight from the 80s. It's
Yeah, but for different
fantastic.
reasons.
Blown out indeed. So Cody, what were you doing? You just researched
don't know.
this monkey man?
Researched. I had Taco Bell's nacho fries that came back and instantly like shat garden hose water out of my ass like within 12 minutes.
That's what happens, dog.
Yeah, it's weird. It doesn't smell, but it's everywhere, and you're just like, well, at least I was in the shower for this.
Wait,
Yeah.
so what do you do in the shower if it's got some chunky parts?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It
But I
doesn't.
was saying, just hypothetically, would you try to mash it down the drain with your big toe?
How big is your toe? That is effective. I was thinking my heel,
No, like,
but
squish it in.
Yeah, you got to do multiple steps with that big toe.
Yeah.
nah, my big toe is poop free right now.
Well,
That was my week. Yeah, so I guess we were all slightly sick. We were all slightly sick this week. Look at that.
Yeah, and you know who's the sickest of all of us? Mike.
Why is that? Where is he? How sick is he?
He
Does
called
have
me up and he was like, "Oh man, I have a problem tonight." And I was like, "What's the problem, Mike? You're disappointing me. Before I ask you what's wrong,
Yeah.
Secondly, what's wrong?" And he goes, "I have a date tonight with a woman."
Oh, he's lovesick.
And I'm like, "Yeah, you have a problem, all right."
Yeah. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, dude. Why on company time?
Yeah, right?
Because we are a registered LLC now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I registered. I own all the rights to everything.
Okay, that's
So
fine,
I'm
I
upset
guess.
at my employee, Mike.
Who was also
Mike.
your cousin.
You're trying
first.
to get firm with other parts of your body. You gotta get firm with your ears and brain.
Keep
That
the brain
comes first.
smooth but firm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes. You know, I'll probably ask him all the juicy details.
Sure, yeah, I'm down.
I bet he's going bowling.
Oh, is that what the fucking Zoomers do nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, it's Sunday night, so bowling is cheap on Sunday
Yeah.
nights.
What a gentleman.
All right, Crode.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought we'd never get to this part.
Who's on the Slappy Boy?
Oh my God. On our Mortician Slap tonight, we have Harold Nathan Braunhut. And if you're like, who the fuck is that? He's the guy that invented the Sea Monkeys kit.
Oh,
You know that guy. He's good. He's lovable.
you talk about little tiny baby shrimps that I can chill with that are actually monkeys.
They're not.
And
They're not
little
monkeys.
baby shrimp monkeys, and
They're
they're
not
chill.
monkeys.
Oh my God, there's 7 of them on my shirt right now.
They're not monkeys, and they're not shrimp. I learned.
Oh, I thought they were just shrimps.
They're brine shrimp, which technically aren't shrimp.
Cody, why you have to ruin everything?
Because I only see you 4 hours a week, and I've got to disappoint you somehow. So I'm doing it with this episode.
Can you just say his name again so I can forget it?
Harold Nathan Braunhut.
Harold
And-
or Harold?
Harold. Harold.
Okay, Harold. So we can go with Harry if we want.
Harry.
We could juice
Harry.
Also, his last name Braunhut is it's like where you getting like buff in like a porta potty.
Yeah, it's spelled exactly like that. Braunhut, but one word.
That's like me in my mind on steroids this week, being extremely ripped and upset at the same time.
There you go.
Braunhut.
Steroids, baby.
Yes.
Braunhut.
A hut of depression. A hut of depression in which
There you
I was
go.
very strong.
Yeah.
Strong. Interesting specimen, as he has many names and many professions, but history most readily recognizes him as the genesis of the sea monkey craze. And just so you know, sea monkeys have been to space, had their own horrible live-action TV show, and there was even a tear-jerking episode of the Rugrats around sea monkeys. I don't know if you remember that one. That was a good one. They were in the cooler, and they had to push the cooler into the ocean to set the sea monkeys free. But in reality, they just killed them because not only are they not monkeys, they're not shrimp. They're also not from the sea. They're
They're dirty
saltwater
fresh water?
creatures. They're salt water that isn't ocean water. So like think of like a saline lake. It's very fucking complicated, and I hate how many technical catch-ups there are on the sea monkey species. But
I think you're mixing up the episodes here. This is when Chucky swallows a bunch of the sea monkeys.
That was watermelon seeds.
He becomes pregnant.
No,
and
that
then
was
burns
watermelon
out
seed.
some Tommy Pickles shrimp men. I saw that on Pornhub.
Oh, that explains so much about my friend Travis.
Wow, that's something else. All right, well, let's get into him then.
Just before we do, full disclosure, we got 1 or 2 N-bombs in this here episode. Racism and sea monkeys? You're very welcome, viewers.
Wow, okay.
Like it?
How did you know I was going to say that?
I don't know. You like it,
How'd you
though.
know that I was going to go off the rails like a Papa John? How'd you know I
good.
was so close to the edge?
Because you're always about to break.
Yeah.
Tom, you are looking a lot like Ali G right now. He says that
it's
word
weird.
a lot, but not racist.
Yes. He's got the pass. He's got the voucher that lets him do it. He's got the license.
Well, then I'm not going to do it then, because that's something you're going to expect from a character that's not me. I'm just not that guy.
And we all know Ali G surprises us, so Tom surprises Ali G is not acting into the part.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Harold Nathan Braunhut was born in Memphis, Tennessee, March 31st, 1926, to Edward Braunhut, a print shop owner, and Jeanette Cohen, who assisted in her father's toy-making business.
What kind of toys? Were they calculators?
Travis, if you want to post Cohn figures into the chat. Harold's maternal grandfather is Tobias Cohn, head of the T. Cohn Toy Company. Name might not sound familiar, but these were the guys that made those plastic cast cowboys and Indian figures. I actually had these when I was a kid.
I had these too.
Yeah, me too.
It was good stuff. It's about a 7 out of 10 on the step hurt scale. Not quite a Lego, but these things are a fucking bitch to step on.
Did he come out with these before Army Men? Because these are basically just Army Men.
It's the same process, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the timeline is, but like that is the was it the Fort Cheyenne playset there? And it's got all these cowboys and Indians, and they're all the colors of the rainbow, and you're supposed to have an imaginary fight with them in your brain as you're 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah. Also, they're made out of plastic. If you throw them on the side of the road, will a Native American cry because you're littering? Or will they be like,
fuck! I never thought of that.
Oh, this is my ancestor on the ground. I need
Tears
to give
of
it
joy,
a proper
maybe?
burial.
Yeah, just throwing those things out the side of the window and old Native American man picks one up and goes, "It's pretty neat."
This is fine.
I can see myself right now in front of me doing this. Now I just cry over plastic bags.
10 cents, please.
Oh, God. So our boy Harold, or as Tom said, Harry, has got honest-to-goodness American toy maker blood coursing in his veins. Early in Harold's infancy, the family picks up and moves to the hustling metropolis that is New York City in 1931. So born in Memphis and then immediately shipped over to New York City.
All right, I am
Or not immediately, like 5 years.
I'm so excited, Cody, because we're going from plastic toys and then we're going to go to shrimp. I want to see this evolution.
You got it, my friend. Harold would be brought up in a Jewish household and had a very memorable bar mitzvah at the age of 13, as per the usual for your Jewish teenager.
Yeah, well, that's one mark against him.
Oh, you just remember that for later. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Fast forward a little bit, Harold would spend his rambunctious early adulthood, circa the 1940s, as a motorsport daredevil. He would race motorcycles and old-timey speedsters under the name The Green Hornet. And yes, there was a comic book character named The Green Hornet that had a very racial relationship with his Asian chauffeur.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
Travis's great-grandfather.
Dude, I wasn't related to Bruce Lee because when I make crazy sounds, my neck doesn't explode.
Well,
with blood.
Yeah, I mean, we already know that you're not related to Bruce Lee. That's a funny joke because we know you're related to the guy you keep saying all that really great shit about, Robert E. Lee.
Oh,
No!
yeah, that guy. Yeah.
I don't say great shit about him.
It's only when the
Before we're rolling,
microphones aren't hot. It's weird, right?
Oh my god.
I know. Look, it's tradition. It's heritage. It has nothing to do with just enslaving an entire race of people.
Why you make me out a couple episodes as the roast mortem pedophile, and now you're trying to make me as like a white supremacist. What the fuck? How am I supposed to get jobs in the future, Tom?
Well, I'm trying to take some heat off myself.
That's what this podcast really is, Travis.
Yeah.
You already got a job from the podcast. Don't ruin it for me.
So Harry's the Green Hornet. Not a full-blown Evel Knievel, but he would do some sick jumps and make a buck or two. At this time, Harold begins to understand the bigger the spectacle, the fatter the crowd, and the fatter the crowd, the bigger his payday. He begins to understand the power of hype building and showmanship. Harry would learn the Green Hornet could identically perform the same routine on 2 separate occasions, and one performance would somehow pay out better than the other. The difference was the volumes of spectators drawn. It could mean the difference between having sirloin and taters for dinner or just having boiled cabbage for supper.
You kind of presented that as if he was some kind of genius, but the ticket count, I think, has been figured out since caveman times.
Yes, but this is our boy figuring it out.
Oh, first time? All right.
So he's like, I can make a lot of money inflating the spectacle and hype building.
I was crunching the numbers, and I realized when more people came to watch me, I made more money. I sound like I am 70 years old.
So he realized the money was made in the spectacle and the showmanship, not necessarily the routine.
So he's
And
got to
this
get titties involved in his act. He's got to jump over titties.
Oh, he gets titties involved in Sea Monkey act a little later on in our narrative, Travis. But thank you for the foreshadowing. This was reflected in the slight career change-up during the 1950s as Harold came into his late 20s. He worked as a talent agent at the time. He'd hype build, arrange for talent to perform, and skim his 15 points off the top. And about this time, Harold adds the prefix Von to his last name, just so he sounds like less of a Jew, honestly.
It helps. Goes a long way.
He's Harold von Braunhut at this time. And
Isn't that just
Yeah.
of?
Yeah. So I don't know if there's a village ship somewhere called Braunhut that's made of strong huts, but
That's his mom's taint that he ruined when he came out.
I think everyone should throw a Vaughn in their name, like when they're applying for certain jobs.
I think that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, Cody Vaughn McCann.
Yeah, that makes no sense, but it's cool.
Travis Vaughn, the Confederacy was wrong. Lee.
Oh, I see.
I mean, you probably neaten that up a bit, like
A little workshopping won't hurt that.
I'm just trying to prove a point.
Travis Vaughn Confederate Lee.
No.
Yeah,
That's how I would do
that
it.
rolls
Although
off the tongue.
It is kind of ironic that my name is Lee and one of our really good friends is Davis, because Jefferson Davis was the president.
Oh, yeah.
President.
Oh
of the
yeah,
Confederacy.
Jefferson Davis. Yeah.
Whenever we hang out, it's not good news.
That's true.
You know what? I think maybe Cody should keep talking about Von Poop Hut.
Yeah, do it.
Von Braunhut, but he was a talent agent at this time, and one of his fucking clients was a man that goes by the name of Henry Lamoth. And Henry Lamoth was one of those guys that put on like the old-timey swimsuit one piece and then climb the 40-foot ladder and then do a fucking swan dive into like a kiddie pool of water that was only like filled with like 12 inches. You know,
That's one of the best
that old
acts.
act?
Yeah,
It's
people
a
used to
good
make
act.
a living like that. They used to be able to retire from jumping into pools.
That's so funny you fucking said that. So Henry could survive the harrowing drop of 40 feet into a single foot of water. So you'd go up there and be like, look at me, I'm doing it. And then just flop belly. The trick is you have to belly flop with all your might into like the center mass of the water to not die.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I could probably do that.
Maybe. Here's the slimy part of this whole being booked by fucking von Braunhut is Henry Lamoth was aging. He was up there in his years. He was pushing 60 when von Braunhut was just like, oh, do the thing again. Do the thing again. And he's like, I don't know if I can.
This is all I have.
Yep. And the thing is, like, he kept booking him because, like, as he got older, it was more interesting to see if he would survive it. Like, oh no, he's getting up there. You think he'll do this one? So he was pushing 60, but when Harold was booking him, Henry's high dive act would like pull more crowd in the older he got. He did this until he was like 78. Let me tell you. And you want to see a clip of it?
I would love to.
Yeah, Travis, let's slot in Lamoth. The hilarious and slightly sad thing about this clip is the soundbite Henry gives after he performs the stunt. So hold all reactions until you get the soundbite from Henry here. So here we have Henry. I think he's 72 here, so it's a little after.
He's wearing a diaper.
Do you like the kimono? You like the kimono?
And it's a diaper, dog.
Man, that's
There's a
something
lot
else.
of lumps. Oh! That's more than a foot.
Let's hear it! Henry Lamont! Henry Lamont! Let's hear it! Henry Lamont!
Fantastic.
Let's hear it!
How do you feel? I don't know yet.
And it's sad but funny. I feel bad for laughing at it, but like he did this until he was like 78.
Great argument against government health care. Because then we got to pay for guys who are doing this to make money. I don't want to pay for your livelihood when your organs splat out.
Tom, are you trying to
dude.
shit on the American dream?
Belly flopping.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just
is
saying
bad.
guys with that should be excluded from any single payer health care, Bernie.
Yeah, but
Oh.
this is when the American dream existed, when you can get insurance for like a nickel for a year.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it was very different then. Plus, no one does that today.
Because the insurance.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Oh, well.
Do you think my insurance is gonna cover that shit? Excuse me, sir. What were you doing? I was jumping off a ladder into a pool.
I fell downstairs into a pool.
Travis, that might push your hernia back in.
Oh, look, your fucking clavicle is jumping out of your left leg. And then,
Ooh.
And then it's like,
what's that doing down there?
Yeah, and then they're like, well, I guess there's going to be elective surgery because you're an idiot.
Yeah, because you can actually just keep it there and live a perfectly productive life in a little rascal scooting around Walmart.
I should become a rascal. I should join the rascal life. You got a Wrangler? You're part of the Jeep life? I want to join the rascal life.
I could probably get because I have so many Wrangler accessories, I could probably get a rascal mount on the top of my Wrangler.
You should get the bumper sticker that says my other car is a rascal.
Oh, I like that.
I just drive it from up top like Mr. Bean driving that couch on the little
I love
the peanut
that
car.
shit.
Yeah, that's me. And I'm just driving around like, out of my way, I'm getting a bacon, egg, and cheese, everyone. Welcome to Suffolk County.
Extra ketchup. So, here we are. We're unsure when Henry and Harold parted ways, but undoubtedly Harold made his 15% cut, forcing an aging coot to constantly and casually defy death.
He had nothing else going for him.
It's just like, yeah, why not? I'll take 15% of this old coot's paycheck. Harold also booked a mentalist named the Great Dunninger, and Joe Dunninger was like a flim-flam debunker. He would do a supernatural trick and then show the crowd how he did it. So it was part magician and part mythbuster. For example, like during the time it was all the rage, like where mediums would like have a seance, and then like the table would start floating, like whoa, ookie, and then Joe Dunninger would be like, that's the medium like lifting the table with like hooks that were hidden.
Oh yeah, so you mean a professional buzzkill?
Yes, a professional buzzkill. So Harold would indirectly, those are his two most famous acts, that Dunninger and Lamothe, and Harold would indirectly make bank off these spectators, hyping the names of these two guys, and he would trump up the verbiage of the acts. He would call them supernatural, superhuman, gravity-defying even. Not necessarily true, but it still got a bigger payout.
But it's good to have an agent. I mean, like this guy who's jumping into pools, like he's spending all day waxing his belly and making sure he's got the right pH in that pool. He doesn't have time to sell himself. He's got to have an agent.
Yeah.
So he probably made more money in the long run.
I need an agent. I'm always trying to wax my belly up to maximum efficiency.
You need an agent for that?
Yeah. Next time I fall in the shower, I want to slip my way to the emergency room.
No, you'll just be constantly stuck, like your belly and the tub being like a half pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Like a pendulum.
It'll be like
string.
Portal. Like I'll just constantly be falling.
Oh, yeah. Just seesawing on gravity.
Like a penguin mixed with Tony Hawk.
Can't stop me.
Nook.
Yeah.
Get the secret tape. During 1957, Harold would undergo another career change, targeting the most gullible stool pigeons of all time. The ever naive and gullible generation of baby boomers.
Oh!
Yes. And very, very, very fortunately for our boy Harold, mail order horseshit was all the rage back in the day. Flip through the back of a comic book, and there were all kinds of doodads and gizmos designed to separate a moronic child from their weekly allowance.
I kind of miss those. I remember.
I do too. Did you fall for any one of those?
I did some of that shit. I remember getting. I don't know what. I think it might have been CCS. What was that skateboarding magazine? Whatever it is. But I remember I had to get a money order to like buy something. Who gets a money order?
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I used to get those skate catalogs all the time, but I never ordered anything.
Because Tom was smart.
No, because I was poor, which is the opposite of smart.
I was able to get a money order at a diner or something.
That's not right.
What is it? What was it? The Diners Club cards?
Yeah.
Shit. We're reminiscing about a time where we didn't remember.
Yeah, but
you see what happens when we do this podcast? We become other people that never existed, and it's unfair that we can remember all these good times that we never had.
All right, but Tom, here's the thing. You want to know why our economy's in the shithole right now? Not enough diners. No more clubs. No more clubs to hang out at all night and spend your money.
Yeah, I buy that.
Hey,
I absolutely buy that. More diners.
Yeah.
Actually, I went to a diner the other day, and I ended up shitting out spinach for a week.
See, you spent money. You're making
Which
that
was awkward because
spinach.
there was no spinach in the
Making that
meal.
spinach.
Yeah, I got pancakes because I'm a
Shout
child.
out spinach, yeah. It's weird how that works.
Greeks are very industrious people.
I know I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for this, but whenever I see a grown man ordering pancakes at a diner, I just want to choke him out.
I am that man. I'm not full grown. I'm joking. I'm not full grown.
No, well, it depends on the stack. If you're just doing a 2-stack with some
acceptable.
Yeah, but if you're
butter
getting
You're a man, you
chocolate
need
chip,
protein.
chocolate chip cookies
oh,
with
no.
whipped cream on the top
No,
and
none
it's
of
8
that.
stacks
None of
high, you're an
None of
idiot.
that. Maple syrup and butter.
I remember going to a diner one time with this kid I was friends with, and then he ordered something like that with like strawberries on top of it, and I'm like, we're not friends anymore. Got a new phone
But
number.
you still had the meal with him, though. Just you
Oh
glared
yeah,
at
I
him.
smiled and nodded, and I probably grind my teeth down to nothing. I need vegetables. I need meat. I need those things in my life. I don't need to be healthy. I just don't want like pancakes. Yeah, you're adult.
What about waffles, Tom? I like a good old Belgian waffle.
It's the same fucking thing.
Give me a quarter waffle. I'm good with that. Thank you very much. Please.
I'll share a waffle with Tom.
I'll split
Somehow less
something.
gay.
Yeah, wait. It's going to be one of our birthdays.
For some reason, the unregulated advertising in the back of comic books were just allowed to flat out fucking lie. The Better Business Bureau didn't care too much if kids were fucking lied to. And though entirely unrelated to our boy Harold, my favorite such example of false advertising was the Polaris nuclear submarine on sale for $6.98. It was marketed as a 7-foot, 2-seater nuclear-powered submarine. The ad claimed the submarine came with launchable torpedoes and rockets and a fully operational, electronically powered instrument panel. Also, working telescope standard.
Whoa.
So, yeah, sounds great. And if you're a kid, your imagination's going apeshit, like, oh my god, like for $6.98, hell yeah.
All right, at the expense of sounding like the people that we like to mock, the boomers. Like back then, they had these things, and they'd be like, "Mommy, I want to get the new chemistry set that I see in the back of my Boy Scouts of America book." But like nowadays, it's like, "Mommy, I want some more FIFA points." Do you see that kid that racked up like fucking $30,000 on FIFA credit? Like, "Mommy, I need to buy the FIFA points."
Oh, like for the video game shit?
Yeah,
It's funny too because like today parents give in very easily, but back then, like if you talk to our parents about how their parents raised them, even if they were considered well-to-do, like they didn't get anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like my parents, lower middle income, both parents, and like their parents didn't do shit for them ever.
Oh yeah, so like when you ask for $7, it's out of the question.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
It was just go outside and make sure you're home for bologna sandwiches at some point. That was it.
Yeah,
So like
on white.
yeah, so the kids who were getting ripped off, like they were still spoiled. They had more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite rip-offs in the back of a magazine I ever saw was, what was it called? Oh, yeah, Alpha Brain from Joe Rogan's On It.
Oh no.
I got that shit. Didn't do anything. I was still
Oh,
dumb
no.
as fuck.
Wait, did you actually try Alpha Brain?
Yeah, of course I did.
That is the most authentic laugh I've ever heard from Travis.
Yes, I admit it. I do dumb shit sometimes.
Speaking of dumb shit, if you were one of the kids that ordered this, you'd get a flat pack of oak tag cutouts, and you'd have to assemble it yourself. And if you were bold enough to try and take this into the water, the entire thing would just fucking disintegrate.
Oh,
And
alright.
if anyone's thinking, like, yeah, that sounds about right for $7.
It's like the Labo or whatever for Switch.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Put your
cardboard.
$300
It's gonna fall
unit
apart.
in this $50 cardboard and then sling it around like a dickhole.
Woo!
And then don't get mad when you break it. You've used it wrong.
Don't feel bad for what is gone. Be happy that it happened. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like I'm like it says it on every Labo box. But if anyone's thinking $7, yeah, that sounds right. Something would fall apart immediately. Let me remind you, $7 in 1960s was $60 in modern day equivalent. Ooh. So yes, it can't. $60 shouldn't be able to afford an actual nuclear submarine, but it should still buy a toy that doesn't fall apart in a stiff wind and 10% humidity.
It's
You
just
know what
like
I mean?
leftover calendars that they put together.
yeah.
Just like tape it here, put it there. These are calendars from 1940.
Kids are gonna love it.
Use your imagination.
That's the toy they were selling for the current day equivalent of $60.
That's genius. I love it.
You're
I
gonna
really
love our
do
guy.
love that. Kids should be ripped off because kids should be taught to not trust anyone.
Is everything Harold did.
That's why we're talking about the greatest generation. Harold's part of the greatest generation.
Yeah.
So there you have it. With the advent of 1960s back of comic book advertising, it was open season on prepubescent dumbfuck American consumers. Baby boomers loved their toys and they loved our pets, so Harold sought to combine these two great loves into one marketable product. Inspired by flea circuses and mail-order ant farms, Harold sought to attempt to sell the aquarium version of mail-order miniature pets. Entered the species Artemia salina, brine shrimp, but, as I said earlier, not actually shrimp, because of weird science things. What?
Shrimp! You said shrimp. I don't care.
I said shrimp.
It's shrimp.
I knew this would be a point of contention in this
I
episode.
don't care. It's shrimp.
There's a bunch of it. They are a hardy aquatic creature already being raised and sold in America as live fish food. So this is literally like stuff the pet store would get, throw in their tank so their goldfish wouldn't starve to death. And these little critters can pull off a miracle trick called cryptobiosis. They can more or less decide to stay inside their eggs when the environment is unsuitable. So, like, if the eggs were dehydrated, the little brine shrimp babies inside could be like, I'm going to chill here. When you get the eggs wet, they'll be like, all right, I'm head out.
Perfect for
So they basically choose to remain hungover until it's ready to come out.
Yeah, they hit the snooze button on their alarm clock until it says, like, 2:45 p.m. And they're like, all right, let's do this.
I'm unemployed and I am hungover. I will stay in as long as I want.
And Harold saw dollar signs when he discovered this cryptobiosis trick. He could dehydrate these fuckers, ship them via the post service, and then the recipient, or dumb fuck, can rehydrate them and have pets. Yay.
Oh, Timmy's got some pets. There's a bunch of ants. Water ants.
Water ants.
Water
Brine
ants.
shrimp.
Yeah, I don't know why he wouldn't start with something a little more practical like mouse in a can.
He tried so many instant pets we'll get into. I'm sure Travis will love a bunch of them.
Oh, hell yeah. Probably more shrimp.
So,
If not all of them.
Clam
He
in the
sold-
sand.
not clams.
Clam in some sand.
Yeah.
Mommy,
like a
can I
burlap
get some
sack.
clam in the sand?
Burlap sack packed with sand. Showing
No
up at your
clams.
door. Your parents like, what the fuck is that? Get it out of the house. You're getting sand everywhere.
You guys
Why
are
do
laughing
clam
right
lay
now.
sand?
You guys are fucking laughing how ridiculous this sounds right now, but you are just future predicting so hard.
Oh, yeah, well, that is a specialty of mine.
Yes. So he sold these dehydrated brine shrimp eggs with flashy ad copy, trying to promise a sort of power trip to kids, allowing a mere human to create life. That's how these were originally sold. It's like instant life kits. Like, look, woohoo, you can bring something to life. And just so you know, the concept of spontaneous generation was debunked 100 years prior by smarty French guy Louis Pasteur, who is the genesis of the pasteurization project. He essentially put like soup in a flask and sealed it, and it's like, look, it stays fine because there's no germs in there. Like, people thought like mold was like spontaneous life, but like, no. Our Frenchy friend Louis Pasteur debunked that. But here's Harold fucking selling that debunked gimmick to children right now.
Yeah, children don't know that shit. They're like, I don't know. I eat grapes and and roast beef for lunch.
Well, that's the thing. This instant life trick isn't something new. Bakers do this every time they add yeast to the mix. You know what I mean? It's just like, look, instant life.
Yeah, but Cody,
it's not
children
ridiculous.
ain't bakers.
Yes, children ain't bakers. Thank you.
Do you think women ever refer to that when they get a yeast infection? Like,
Instant
damn it,
life.
Instant life. Again.
Damn it.
Got my instant life again. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a woman. I don't know how the yeast
Yeah, me
infection
neither.
works. But that's got to suck because who wants food in places it shouldn't be?
Travis.
What?
Yeah.
I do. I'm just saying that, like, sometimes when you're like, hey, lady, what's that bulge going on in your pants? It's just a loaf of bread. It's
How do you
growing.
think that works?
Yeah.
Yeah, sourdough.
You go to the bar, you're like, oh, hey, lady, that's a nice bulge you got there. Nice bread down there.
Hey, is it matzah season already?
After 3 years of peddling these instant life kits with less than stellar results, Harold realized he should be marketing the life forms rather than the kits. And just because the term brine shrimp and Artemis Selena were not exactly sexy, he comes up with the name sea monkeys. Yay. Here we go. He's called sea monkeys for no fucking reason other than, like, oh, kids would love this.
Dude, well, I mean, basically, who doesn't like a monkey? Who doesn't like the sea? And then you take a monkey and you throw it in the sea. Now
That's
you
not
got
bees.
something that's kind of like a seal, but it's also a monkey.
You got a
You
wet
have a drowned
monkey. It's really angry.
Yeah.
And guess what? You get an angry monkey wet. That's good luck for 40 years.
I've never heard that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bit of an odd duck of an expression.
Yeah.
Wait, but also, is it yes monkeys or ocean monkeys?
It's not Spanish.
Sea monkey.
It's not si senor monkeys.
Yes,
it's just sea monkeys.
It's one of those monkeys that hangs out at the resorts and steals your margaritas, sangrias.
And your cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sea monkey.
Sick
Hate
fucks.
those monkeys. As previously stated, he would market these things through the lawless back page ads of comic books. Via early ad copy, he would describe sea monkeys as nearly immortal time travelers hailing from the fourth dimension and being infants that were already centuries old. It's just like, ugh, these things are weird.
What?
You want them, yes? Perfect, Travis. Perfect impression of a 1960s child. What?
This shit's plankton.
Yes. Shit's plankton.
Travis crushing it with the facts.
Yo, guess,
Hard-hitting facts.
guess what, though? If you watch Sponge Robert, Plankton is the meanest man on the show.
Krabby Patty formula. You could purchase a kit to conjure them into existence for just $1, 25 cents shipping and handling. So 5 quarters, not too shabby back in the day. Harold, via the ad copy, claimed these little creatures duel, race, and even play baseball. But you can't see it because they're really tiny.
I mean, you can't disprove him.
I mean, you could say the same thing about
easily.
You could say the same thing about ants for an ant farm. Like they play
Sure, yeah,
baseball
yes.
just whenever you're sleeping.
It's European baseball.
And this is like probably the early origins of Air Bud. Like animals playing sport.
There you go.
Yeah, sea monkeys.
The ad illustrations would be fucking amazing. Harold hired an artist that went by the name of Joe Orlando. And if you're a DC fanboy, yes, it's that Joe Orlando that became the vice president of DC Comics later in his life. So you got a fucking good artist to make up art for the Sea Monkey kit. And if, Travis, you can post the Sea Monkey ad so we can take a peek-see at this.
You're saying this bitch ass made Aquaman.
He made knockoff Aquaman.
Aquaman?
Aquaman. So we have the ad, and it's a full-color ad, by the way, of these horrific fucking creatures that are not quite mermaids. They're UFO, alien, mermaid crossovers. But they have, stylish 60s haircuts just so you could relate to them.
Is there any Rule 34 for that sea monkey wife right there?
I'm sure
It's pretty
there
hot.
fucking is.
It's pretty
yeah,
hot.
you like that haircut? That little bob she's got going on?
Yeah.
Look at that family. They just got a family watching these
yeah.
little monkeys.
Yeah, and they're totally enamored. Like, oh, look, they're doing it.
Yeah, that
Being
dad's in
shrimp.
the back like, I hate these kids.
How much money was this?
What did we do? That was half of my salary for the week.
Yeah, exposing himself to radiation at the plant. Like,
Yeah.
I
This is what we're
died
doing now?
4 weeks-
This is what we
yeah.
do with the money I work for? Buy shrimp?
But
we
Not even
can't
real
eat?
shrimp.
look at the bowl. Like they make the monkeys look so big.
That's not the bowl the monkeys came in, by the way, so that's already slightly false advertising.
Well, I know.
Well, it does say they can even be trained on here. So
Yeah.
I would be a little skeptical there because, like, firstly, who wants to train anything? Secondly, they can't be because they're not shrimp, as you keep saying.
No, they're not.
Why would you need to train them if they're that smart? They look like humans.
Yeah, you can train them, but they already know how to play baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Included.
it's all put together there in a nice package. You
Yeah,
can train
baseball.
them to chew tobacco or say homophobic slurs at each other while they play baseball poorly.
There you go. Straight 1960s. Good time.
Yeah.
So, in the mail, you'd get this plastic aquarium and 3 packets. The first packet was described as a water purifier, which needed 24 hours to work its magic. The second packet was described as eggs, sea monkey eggs. And the third packet was described as vital nutrients for your sea monkey brethren.
Oh, you're making me so hungry
For sea monkeys?
for eggs and vital nutrients.
For eggs. Vital nutrient eggs. Got it. Harold claimed 1/50th of a second was all that was needed after the second packet was added to the concoction, and then your sea monkeys would start being materialized. And, nature is amazing, but 1/50th of a second is too quick for anything to come into existence.
Why not just say within moments?
Yeah.
Because he wanted the ad copy to say within 1/50th of a second.
Oh,
so kids
he's
think
one of those
so
guys.
kids think they're a fucking wizard. Like, look, I created life in 1/50th of a second. But as I said, nature doesn't really bring things into existence in 1/50th of a second. The trickery was in the labeling of the packets. Packet 1 wasn't a water purifier. It was the eggs. So you add those first, and then the 24 hours the water was allegedly purifying, the sea monkeys were growing up and maturing. But the thing is, those sea monkeys were translucent. Packet 2 wasn't actually the fucking sea monkey eggs. It was a pouch of blue dye. So when you added the second packet, you start seeing them, and your dumb childhood brain thinks like, 1/50th of a second. But they had 24 hours, and they're fucking poisoned like a Blue Man group, and then you can see them. So it's just,
God damn
I did
it!
this.
I love these things. They're so
Yes.
weird.
This sounds like a
Yes.
terrible existence. It's like what I
Dude, you
imagine.
have no idea.
What I imagine snoods live like.
Oh,
Yeah, little
no.
existing snoods. Yeah, imagine just being like in that sack with all your other bros, your monkey bros, and you're like, I
Yeah.
can't wait to get dropped in some water. We can start hanging out.
Yeah, dude. We can
And then,
high
like,
five.
You know that there was a few stragglers in there that didn't even get all the way out of
yeah,
the bag,
definitely, yeah.
so they just get thrown out. And it's like, fuck you. You're a disgusting pig. You're trash. You are trash.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Your
and then-
literally
existence is
trash.
And the respected ones of you, I'm just gonna spray paint.
Yep, blue.
Tagged you.
And just to be fair to Harold, the third packet was indeed sea monkey food. So he's got a fucking 66% truth rate.
Did he make that himself?
What, the sea monkey food?
Yeah. Was it like a little salad?
I
Chopped?
don't know. Everything was crystals, just to like instill like a sense of wonder, like crystal this, crystal that, crystal food.
Nom nom.
Yeah.
Me hungry.
Me hungry indeed. The shape of the aquarium, or as Harold liked to call it, the ocean zoo, was also part of the illusion. The fishbowl was designed to magnify the sea monkeys. So when you look at a sea monkey and be like, oh, they're fucking tiny, they're actually tinier than that because of like the water lens effect going on within the fishbowl. So yeah.
They don't look like monkeys though.
They don't. They look like
Fleas.
scorpions without tails. Yeah. They have 22 legs, which is weird because that means they have 11 pairs, and 11 is just a weird number to come up in nature.
That's weird.
Yes, the sea monkey craze was nothing more than cleverly layered parlor tricks one on top of another. Scintillating ad copies, illustration, mislabeled packets, and the shape of the aquarium. And Travis, I'm sure you'll love this. Piggybacking on Sea Monkey's success, Harold also offered a slew of add-ons for your lovable sea monkeys.
Fuck yeah, DLC.
DLC, there you go, to elevate and accentuate the Sea Monkey experience. Harold offered a Sea Monkey love potion, Travis.
Oh my
So-
God, sexual monkeys in
Yes.
the ocean.
You could get your sea monkeys to fuck and make even more sea monkeys, allowing you to become an official sea monkey breeder. Yes.
Wow.
I want
And
monkeys of sea to breed.
Right, you'd get this potion. And on the packaging
selling
even
me.
suggested you can breed enough sea monkeys to sell on your own.
Oh,
An industry.
Yes.
pyramid scheme.
Oh man, I'm gonna open up a whole water park, and it's just gonna be these things. You just swim with these monkeys. You're gonna become
Yeah.
one with the monkey. Go down the monkey water slide, and at the bottom, guess who catches you? It's a bunch of creepy, molesting monkeys that get stuck to the inside of your underwear because it's the 1950s, and that shit's airtight.
No nets. No
No
netting.
nets. You can't just loosen them up. You know they're really in there. So you got fucking monkeys crawling up your dick hole. And that's how you make money. All the money comes from the Sea Monkey Emergency Room Kit, where they
Okay.
have thousands of sea monkeys stretcher you in after you've been in the pool too long and you're dying of blue dye. It's in your bloodstream now, and they take care of you, and they put a wet towel on your head, and they go, "Don't worry, little kid."
We'll be up your dick hole.
They're just going to keep touching your head. Don't worry, little kid. We're just going to touch you. We're going to put gauze all over you because we don't know anything about medicine.
yeah.
No, we're monkeys.
We're just going to throw a bunch of shit at you. Open your mouth. Put a cotton ball in there.
I don't know.
Come on down to Sea Monkey World, and remember, kids, shout "Don't rape me."
What are you doing?
I didn't hear
Getting monkey touched. Oh.
Yeah. So you could be a sea monkey breeder if you wanted. But just imagine that sales pitch where it's already $1.25 for your own packet of sea monkeys, but you have to undercut $1.25 to make a profit on it. And also you're not providing like the fucking food or the ocean aquarium.
Did they sell this
So
shit
like you got
in Britain?
I think so, yeah.
I can just imagine some like Lock, Stock, like Rugrats version of Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Like, oh, I got a bunch of these sea monkeys here.
I've got a lorry full of sea monkeys I'd like
Just
to
in a
unload, if you know
Ziploc
what I mean,
bag.
mate.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like he built a pyramid scheme that was never meant to be executed.
Yeah.
Like, you
But
guys
but
can
people
make your
did
own
it
money
anyway.
with however you want. Take the money, sell the monkeys to whatever you want. You could sell them to, you could make them your own prostitutes, whatever you want to do with them. Whatever you need, just come to me. I'm your supplier. It's easy. You have a relationship with me already. I've got your phone number. You gave it to me.
It's too late.
You know, it's funny.
late.
I've been going to a lot of estate sales. You know, where dead people let you into your house and you can take things.
Yeah, and you
Yeah,
got
where
the
you're
hentai
finding
from.
your vintage smut, correct?
Yeah.
But in every estate sales basement, there's always a pile of Beanie Babies, and that was
that makes sense.
another thing. Some of them in their packaging. That was another kid scam that they told you. Guess what?
Don't take the tag
Invest
off.
in it now.
Don't fucking take the tag
And
off.
you go to these estate sales, it's like, I don't know, a dime for each Beanie Baby.
Do you see that one really sad like court photo of like a divorcing husband and wife like splitting up the Beanie Baby collection? Like they literally took ours. Like, no, I want quackers without the wings. That's the most valuable one. And then the other one would pick, but now it's all worthless.
Yeah.
So like,
All right, so if here's I haven't seen the picture, but if it was the guy's idea to collect them, then he deserves nothing.
yes,
He deserves nothing at all. If it's a woman's
deserve-
idea, then he should be allowed to take them from out of spite. Because he probably had to buy them.
Yeah.
this is the same guy that goes and gets like the strawberry fucking pancakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That if he's buying them, he's done. Judge is like, not only are you divorced and you get nothing, and she gets to take all your money, you're going to jail for the rest of your life, and you're never going to see a fucking strawberry again.
I'm gonna put the butchest cellmate in your cell with you, and we'll see
Yeah.
how that works.
And guess what? His name is Beanie Baby.
Yeah, his name is Ty. T-Y.
Travis wins.
Yeah,
His
that's
name
good.
is Ty.
Yeah, he's Ty, and you become the Beanie Baby. I don't know. Either way, he's
Yeah.
gonna put his testicles in your asshole.
He likes doing
That's
that.
how
That's his
babies.
job.
That's how babies are made. So you know what? He's gentle. All right, what are we talking about? Sea monkeys?
Yeah, sea monkeys. Harold also offered sea monkey life insurance.
Ooh, that's a scam.
Yes. A one-time payment of $1.25 would get you life insurance for your sea monkeys. Never mind the coincidence that $1.25 is the exact amount to reorder your sea monkey kit. But it would be this form that was written up in lawyer speak, which was hilarious because it added to the illusion of it being legitimate. And it would be like, I hereby and solemnly swear on my personal honor that I adhered to the care instructions for the aforementioned sea monkeys, and I was not negligent in their untimely expirations. And the kick in the fucking teeth was the life insurance policy asked you to name each sea monkey before it would be honored.
Nice.
Ooh.
So you have to just, as a kid, sit there and think of like 20 names to like name your dumb brine shrimp. Like,
I
oh,
miss
Samantha died.
Dylan was my favorite one.
Yeah, he had to have that document in there because boomer children were sadistic as fuck. They were like sticking thumbtacks in their mouths and like, you know, pouring battery acid on shit. You know, they're trying to kill these monkeys of the sea.
Yeah. I dare you to chug the sea monkey.
It's always like
Aquarium.
whenever you talk to someone older, they're like, I almost blew my hand off twice when I was playing with firecrackers over my sister's head.
Jesus Christ.
You know your deaf aunt?
Me.
This is a rough generation.
Oh, get
Might
ready
as well
for it.
insure them.
Wait for it. My favorite Sea Monkey add-on was the offer valid for $16, $140 back in the day. You could become a doctorate of denizens of the deep, a diploma straight from the crustacean college certifying you as a member of a secret society of sea monkey scientists. You could get a diploma, a sea monkey diploma for $140 back in the day.
I mean, that's a way better deal than the diplomas they give out in some of these liberal arts schools.
Yeah, I've got one.
Those just sit there too, and they just spell idiot differently.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like some old timey English enunciation.
Right?
Graduate. Like what? I think there's some like fucking like shoulder hair length like son that lives in a basement, and his mother's not shutting up about how he should get his degree, and in all earnestly, he's like, Mom, look, I got one. Shut up about it now. And then she's like, you spent $16 on that?
All right, now then go get a fucking job. Get out of my house. Stop eating my white bread.
Yeah, perfectly said. I was going to add on to that.
Go hang out with your monkey friends that are actually shrimp.
Yep, there you go.
Let me get shrimp. This whole episode, I just want to get shrimp. Let me get shrimp.
I got no shrimp for you.
Send me shrimp through the internet.
Yes, patreon.com, send Travis a pallet of shrimp.
I was actually, today I was talking about, you know, like how Spotify, you get music anywhere, right? Subscription-based internet shrimp company.
What, it just comes out of your earbuds?
Yeah,
like,
it comes out of any holes to
shrimp.
go with shrimp. It comes out of whatever audio jack, USB jack. Only $7 a month, unlimited shrimp, digital shrimp.
Well, what about if we developed a 3D printer that had a reservoir of salt water and just like general meat, and then it would just print shrimp for you out of whatever meat, and then like the brine that it created with the salt water.
Yeah,
that's sick, dude.
Tartar sauce.
That's great. I think we need to start Shrimpify right now.
And it's more like, instead of it being a delivery service like Shrimpify, it's more of like a one of those automatic coffee makers. You know, wakes you up in the morning.
Oh, like a Keurig.
So good.
No.
Oh, that's the cup I'm looking for. But
Tom.
you wake up, you get home from work, and there's like 40 shrimp ready for you to eat.
Yeah, but I was saying we have to
Debang.
do a subscription. Think about the investors, Tom. We need to have it subscription based.
Okay.
Well, Travis has me sold.
We send them the refill packets, like
Like a
Purple
soda
Carrot.
stream.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All
We
right.
send them the meat content.
Or like Harry Shave
The carbon.
Club.
Yeah. And then like, oh man.
Yeah, Travis. It's the replaceable head of the shrimp. You have to save the tail, and then you clip on a new shrimp and then take a bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I love
There's a bunch
this.
of plastic tails. You
Yeah.
put them in a little muffin tray.
Yeah, and it sounds like a Lego.
Yummy shrimps. I'm having a
use the
shrimp
tail.
omelet for breakfast again.
You still have to click the tail on and remove it for each one.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to throw those out.
No.
No, you need those. Cut down on your carbon footprint.
Yeah.
And just so you know, Harold von Braunhut is not a one-trick pony. The sea monkeys are his first big, wildly lucrative trick. Through the 1960s, he'd market all types of junk toys through the back of comics. Harold invented those dolls whose eyes would close when you lay them down. So he's...
Did he have the patent on that?
Yeah,
wow.
it's that guy. He's so like, you know, all those Ghost Hunter clips of like the doll's eyes like flickering open. Harold's behind that bullshit. So
Yeah,
enjoy
but that's like a huge moneymaker, because like, didn't American Girl dolls use that technology?
Yeah, they still do that. This by the way, this guy died fucking loaded from like a bunch of this shit.
Did he make that?
There you go.
That what's the like? You put the crystal castles where it's just like makes boogers of crystals that drip in water. You ever seen those things?
He did something like that. I'll get to that in a minute, but he did something like that. Believe it or not, Harold also invented those hokey X-ray specs. Remember those? That's Harold too.
I kind of want to buy a pair of those right now.
I fell for those. I honestly fell for those as a childhood boy.
Yeah, because you want to see tits.
Yeah, exactly.
Or dicks, whatever you're into.
I actually didn't care for that. I mean, I love tits, but like it was marketed, you could see the bones in your hands. So I'm just like, well, I don't want to see like girl bones, because those are probably the same as my bones. Tits aren't made of bones. And it didn't occur to me to use it to look through clothing, because it seemed like you could just look through flesh with it.
Well, I want to see tits. I want to see them today, so I'm going to buy some right now.
It didn't work. They did not work.
All right, well,
It was an interesting illusion.
I know you're a skeptic, but I mean, the monkeys worked as far as I
Yeah.
Yeah,
as far as I can see. So I gotta try them out. I gotta try
eyes worked.
Let me see if I can get these X-rays right now.
Harold also came up with a wacky doodad called the Crazy Crabs, Travis.
Oh, crabs!
Yes, another instant pet that could survive the Postal Service shipping process. They were literally just hermit crabs with decorated shells.
I thought you were going to say they were like pubic crabs. Because
No,
I'm sure
those are gross.
Those would survive the Postal Service, too.
How much would you pay for pubic crabs, Travis?
I don't know. People are buying shrimp you can't even eat because they're so small.
All right. Harold claimed Crazy Crabs to be gentle as a pussycat, didn't need water, and, you could... Most of Harold's ad copy was just like, astound your friends with this bullshit. So it was a major selling point for a lot of the things. One of the things that you might have been talking about earlier, Travis, was a line of toys called Hair-Raising Monsters. And they were collectible cards of, like, monsters. And if you, like, sprinkled water on them, the, like, crystal fibers would, like, push up out of the cards as if it was, like, the actual fur of the monsters.
Oh, that's weird. No, that wasn't what I was talking
kind of,
about, but yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it was actually interesting. It did what it was claimed to do, and, 80, like, fucking boys back in the day, like, oh, yeah, creepy crawlies, gross monsters, hair. Sounds good. And my personal favorite, the invisible goldfish.
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
Guaranteed to never be seen in the fishbowl. Lifetime guarantee you would never see the goldfish in the fishbowl.
Is that just water he's selling people?
It was a fishbowl and fish food. And I think it was a mistake selling the fish food because at a certain point, the fucking fishbowl will literally just be full of fish food, and you can tell there's nothing eating. There's nothing in the bowl that actually needs sustenance.
That probably smells
I
really
suppose
bad.
my fish is dead. I still can't see him, but he's still dead.
Guaranteed invisible. Can't ever see it. So yes, the invisible goldfish was just a fishbowl.
Oh, that's sick. That's like Pet Rock. Did he do Pet Rock?
No, he did not do Pet Rock. But he's a trickster. He's selling invisible goldfish that aren't actually fucking there. The 1970s roll around, and Harold is making bank on selling shrimp eggs and other flim-flam doodads. He thinks long and hard and wonders what else he can market to the average American buffoon. And let's shift the target demographic away from kids to adults.
Oh, we talking porn?
They have a wee bit more income. Porn, not yet, Travis. But...
And they're much stupider than kids.
Yes. Problem is, there's no more childhood wonder associated with adults, and you can't appeal to that anymore because they're adults. Let's prey off adulthood paranoia and insecurities instead. So, Harold invented something called the Kyoga M5 telescopic whip.
It sounds so science boy.
The fucking ad for the Kyoga M5 telescopic whip. Look at that. That's cool ad.
That is cool.
Great ad.
Isn't that shit?
You don't need a
That's
gun.
the thing they have in fucking Watch Dogs.
That was a telescopic baton. It was actually like not flimsy. This thing, I want you to imagine like a sprungy doorstop that's 2 feet long.
Oh,
That's what this is.
that's not what the ad's telling me.
This isn't like a police baton.
It's like a police baton, but it flexes, hence the whip title.
Oh, that's dumb.
That's stupid.
So it springs out like the telescopic nightstick, but it's more of the best way to describe it is, as I said, a 2 foot long sprungy doorstop.
I also like that he gave it a vaguely Asian name to make it sound
The Kyoga.
like it works.
Yes. Okay, very good, Travis. So the Kyoga was a vital tool to deal with muggers, would-be sexual assailants, and minorities in general. It was $19.95 plus $2 of shipping and handling.
I mean, it's worth it because what else are you going to protect your family with?
You don't need a gun. Look at the title of the ad. You don't need a gun.
Yeah, you don't even need a gun. You don't need a gun. You should have a gun because this doesn't do anything. But if you didn't want one,
Yeah.
this is the weapon for you, which is basically a piece of shit.
Yes, it was a piece of shit. I want you to imagine this is the same guy that disappoints kids with X-ray specs, fucking like sea monkeys and fucking invisible goldfish. He's making weapons to use in a life or death situation now. Same
Right.
fucking guy.
All right.
Okay.
So it was marketed as a breakthrough in self-defense technology that didn't require a firearm license. It's like maybe some people that have lost a firearm license shouldn't have fucking weapons at all.
Yeah, but
Harold.
shouldn't it have? Don't you need a whip license?
No, you don't need.
There's
no
a
such
real
thing as a whip license.
It doesn't. It doesn't
no,
matter.
No,
You just
I
carry
don't know
around
what
a
you're
hammer.
doing in your BDSM dungeons, Travis. You don't need
No,
a
but
whip
I'm just
license
saying
these
that.
days.
I'm just saying. Like when I was a kid, I watched Indiana Jones. I asked for a whip, and my parents gave me a real whip. I remember hitting myself with the whip, and it hurt. You need a license.
surprised
Were you turned on? Were you turned on?
No, it hit me in the face.
Yeah, you were. It hit you in the face, and it hurt in your boner.
Yeah.
The first time you sprung.
I just see
wee-wee
Travis-
hurts.
Yeah, I just see Travis like trying to do the whip. It hits him right between his eyes, and he's just like, I feel like wearing leather pants right now.
All right, that was the fucking moment that Travis decided that archaeology was a good idea.
Yeah, that was
Well,
it.
when I hit
He's like,
myself in the face,
Whipped himself in the head. I
like
want
an-
to dig it from the ground.
yeah, I should get a small Asian child as a sidekick.
No, actually, it was when I did archaeology in my grandma's backyard. I dug a really big hole and I found toys, and then my grandma yelled at me because I dug a really big hole in the yard.
And those
Yeah.
toys were what? Cat turds?
No, they were like from the 20s, dog. I was doing archaeology.
No, you didn't find toys. You found tuna cans.
You found
this is
tetanus.
garbage. You found garbage,
I'll
Travis.
show you my toys.
You still
Oh,
have your toys?
no.
I do.
Stop it.
I have them in a Ziploc baggie.
All right. I don't want to see your cat turds.
Patreon.com, put it up there.
Okay.
So this thing was marketed as a breakthrough in self-defense technology that didn't require a firearm license, as I said. It was paradoxically described as solid steel and telescopic at the same time. You can't have both of those. It either folds up or stays put as a solid piece. In reality,
Very interesting.
In reality, it was not a great self-defense weapon. Big surprise. Travis, my friend, you are into medieval shit, so please correct me if I'm wrong here. But when a boy swings a sword or cudgel-like instrument of death, there's like a butter zone that you want to strike your opponent with on the weapon.
Oh yeah. Well, every
like-
every weapon has like a point of balance, right? So like the closer, like if you're holding it's basically if you stick a sword out, you can balance it at a certain point. That's like the point of balance.
Right.
And you want it to be closer to the handguard because then you'll have more momentum, and that's like where the sweet spot is, where you're gonna like.
Yeah. So where would you want to crack a fucker with like a claymore? I've heard it's like around 2/3
Yeah,
the way
it's
up
not-
the sword is where you want to like smash the guy.
Yeah,
You guys are fucking nerds. Where's the balance
Science.
point on a bullet?
Tom, it's my right to bear claymore arms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it's your.
claymore arms.
Go for it.
Yeah, no.
What are we even talking about? What's going on?
You don't want to smack people.
Cody, I'm sorry. What was this
No.
question? Why are you getting him riled up?
Ready? Because when you fucking swing a sword in an arc, the point you want to, the butter zone you want to hit a fucker with is about 2/3 the way up because it's very fast moving and it's also like not the tip, which is like a little bit more fragile than the rest of the sword. So you want to hit a fucker, you want to crack a skull 2/3 up. With
Okay.
the Kyogre, it's not so much a butter zone as a fucking mandatory zone to strike a fucker with because it's springy. So
so if you don't hit there,
Well,
you're done.
Just
Yes.
think about it,
For-
Tom. If I came running at you with a big black dildo,
yes.
and I was gonna hit you with it, and like
Where would it hurt the most
I'd want
on
to
that
hit
dildo?
you with like the extra long
The vein.
dick head.
This would never
the
happen
vein.
because
Dick
I
head
have
where the
several
vein
guns.
is.
And
If I-
I have several guns. You wouldn't be able to get close to me.
If I missed, I'm just gonna smack the bottom of the shaft, and
Yes.
and the back of the
Yes.
dick will slap you in the back of the head. You'll be like, "Oh, that's funny."
Very good, Travis. For whatever reason, if your assailant had forearms, he could just block low on the Kyogre whip, and the rest of the whip would just spring around.
That's great.
So, dildo.
yeah.
You know,
that's
so
why
it's-
you have to have a gun.
That's why you have to have a gun or something that isn't a wet fucking noodle of a defense weapon.
I'm sorry,
Even
Tom.
mace.
I know you're trying to make a joke here, but who's the only one that has a gun? Me, and it's a flintlock.
Travis, you haven't seen me in a while. You know nothing of my gun ownership.
You have a lot of guns now.
He's
Well,
got
he
a
has a
Jeep. he
Jeep.
can
I'm not.
keep
Oh,
going.
I'm
you
not
have a
talking about.
Jeep.
It. I have a Jeep. I have a Jeep. It came with a gun.
That's a gun. Yeah. Oh. Now, was it buy the gun and get the Jeep, or buy the Jeep and get the gun?
It came in a gun safe, and you have
Yeah.
to pick the lock, and then it's yours. You're
And then
smart
you
enough to not
add
operate a
water.
gun because you can pick a lock.
You got a Jeep.
So
shotgun.
I did that already. I own a gun, and
we have to crack down on
I'm
these.
gonna go make money with it. I don't know how, but I'm gonna go shoot my way to the top.
We have to crack down on these Jeep shows.
Could you imagine if I get a knock on the door one day?
Yeah.
Someone calls me out for being a terrorist because I just said I'm going to shoot my way to the top.
It'll happen.
Oh my God, I guess he saw the Joker too many times. This white man is going to be a modern day terrorist.
Oh,
Put him down.
He has a podcast with a white supremacist named Travis Lee.
I'm not a white supremacist. Oh my God. I love all different types of booties and butts.
All right.
There you go. You see, Tom?
It's easy.
The public doesn't know that, though.
Public knows everything about me. I'm an open book. I wear my heart. I wear my dick on my sleeve.
You do love everyone. You're kind of creepy about it, but not a drop of hate in your heart.
Yeah, Travis loves them slanty Korean ass cheeks.
Yep. Yeah, I can't argue with that. All right,
Let's see if
move
that
along.
sticks into the episode. So it's a Kyogre M5 whip. It's like this dumb fucking self-defense weapon. And I like to, it's so ineffective. I like to imagine a scenario where like, this is the 70s. Like imagine a daughter just going off to like a disco and she's like saying goodnight to her dad. He's like, oh, bye dad, I'm going to the disco.
I don't
want
care
you
for
to-
you. Don't forget your tampons.
I want you to imagine the dad is Jerry Stiller, right?
Okay.
And he's just like, Cindy, I want you to take the Kyogre M5 with you. No buts. No buts. They wouldn't have patented this if it didn't work. Your cousin would have killed to take one of these to Vietnam with him. Like, take the Kyogre M5 with you. And she's just like, Dad, this thing sucks.
I'm sure you could think of some other
it's-
interesting things to do with the Kyogre M5 if you're a lady.
No, self-flagellate. So, again, it's a 2-foot springy door stop that you'd have to fend off an assailant with. Personal thought, but if you market a limp metal noodle as a quote-unquote impenetrable shield of solid steel, there's probably some indirect blood on your hands. Some poor schmuck might have been stabbed to death after he decided to stand his ground with the Kyogre instead of running for his life. And his last thoughts, just before he departs his mortal coil, would be, maybe I'm in the 90-day return period still.
I hope this works, Sea Monkey Man.
Yeah.
Wait,
You got a life insurance policy for me too?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I'm about to stand up for my rights
was there any
with a door spring.
was there any incident where somebody used this in self-defense that recorded?
I couldn't find one.
Okay.
But there's probably a great reason these weren't widely used.
Well, yeah, I'm just seeing this alongside those, like, whenever you go to, like, some, I don't know, place that sells bongs, and they have all those, like, swords and shit, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
it's got, like, oh,
Gas station knives.
yeah, it's got, like, oh, my God, check out the switchblade that I have, and then this sword's got 7 spikes on it. Like, that's where the Kyogre is going to be.
Yep.
I get it. I totally get it. But also, if you have any brain at all, you would just know a small rock, even a pebble, would be more useful.
Yes, I feel it would be actually a hindrance. Like,
Yeah.
if I had a Kyogre and a mugger came after me, I would throw the Kyogre at him and then, like, do hand-to-hand combat shittily. Like, that's the kind of
you get beat up,
efficiency I
but
expect.
like
yeah.
you're really gambling on the toss.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
I'm putting it all out there.
everything
I
on
got
black.
one good throw. I hope this gets you in the eye or the dick region.
Yeah. 1979 rolls around, and Harold would actually be stopped by LaGuardia Airport security as he tried to board a flight with a case packed of a half a dozen of these things. He was arrested and even thrown in fucking jail, attempting to transport undeclared weapons.
Really?
However, his legal defense got the charges dropped when the laughable self-defense gadgets failed to even fit the legal criteria of a bludgeon. So his lawyer's
Nice.
like, these things are such a piece of shit. They're not even heavy enough to kill somebody with. Let my guy go. And Harold was just like, ooh, they don't work. Like, my shit doesn't work. Bye.
You never know, man. Maybe they bribed the jury with free sea monkeys.
Free sea monkeys.
Yeah.
Good carrot to the stick.
You did it. That's it.
That's
you
it?
You want to, yeah, but it's like,
I
Tom, do you
noticed.
want to be on the Supreme Court? Just give Trump some sea monkeys. Just get in there.
Could you imagine if, like, Trump had an aquarium put into the White House, a sick, beautiful aquarium, and the only
Yeah.
animal, and it was just coral and sea monkeys.
You know that he was a rich kid. He definitely had a bunch of sea monkeys. He's a demographic.
Yeah. He got the life insurance on them too, probably.
What made him such a real man was that his dad let him care about them and then picked up the glass of monkey and just threw it out the window and was like, you have to get your own now.
Yeah.
I bought those.
Time for you to
Those are
become a
mine.
Man.
I'll do what I want with these shrimp.
That's very reminiscent of putting your German Shepherd out of its misery.
Yeah.
Oh, Old Yeller.
Discipline is the key. What you do with the discipline is up to you.
You're your own man. Look at that. 1980 rolls around and Harold relocates to Maryland from New York City. So short trip, different New England state.
Not
Cheaper
New England.
cigarettes.
Neither of those are New England.
There you go.
Yeah. None of those are
Yeah, I'm an idiot. North
Mid-Atlantic.
northeast.
easterly state. Thank you. That works. The Kyoga M5 would return to be another source of drama for Harold in his life. The Kyoga ad had been curiously appearing in ideological pamphlets circulated by the Aryan nations. It's just like the ad would just be in the back, and it's like, oh, what's this about? Maybe Harold didn't vet his PR person, right? He's like, oh, they weren't paying attention on what box they ticked off, for the ad to circulate.
I mean, only dumb skinheads that buy those gas station knives are going to buy the Kyoto M4.
Kyoga.
Yeah, like those gas station knives. They're sold to 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. Once you're like, you can get away with it until you're 18. After that, you just happen to be a white supremacist. Accidentally, oops. Yeah, so they got this thing, and it's got like that sparky thing in the
ad.
advertisement. It looks like a fucking
Yeah, it looks like a taser actually in the fucking ad.
yeah, it's all sparking. It's just like, chase away the dark with the spark.
There you go. So he's just like, maybe he didn't pay attention to like what boxes he checked for where he wants his ad to appear. But
I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah, no, because it doesn't work like that. Confirmed. So like, don't think like that. That is erroneous thinking. Because for whatever reason, if you included the letters AN after your name on the order slip, you would get a rebate or a discount. AN standing for Aryan Nations.
What?
Oh.
Yeah. So, and if you start pulling on this Aryan Nation threads, the man that is Harold Braunhut begins to unravel in a very ugly way.
I thought he was Jewish.
Don't
All right.
remind the neo-Nazis.
All right.
We'll get to that. So, a little digging, and you'll see the name Harold von Braunhut billed as a major contributor during Aryan Nation fundraisers. He was given the dubious honor of lighting a burning cross at ceremonies and during the meetings. There were reports of Harold brokering a $12,000 arms deal for an Ohio-based faction of the Aryan Nations. And that brings up this next very unsavory archival footage of a speaker during an Aryan Nations Congress. It's the last YouTube link in the chat.
All right.
Now, the audio might be dodgy because it is a camcorder from, pre-2000s.
3, 2, 1. Egg sandwich.
The badge of our order is not a swastika. It's not a clown cross. It's your white skin. Tell the truth. The niggers hate the white race. The Jews hate Christians. They're the enemy. They hate us. Yet we're supposed to love them.
The speaker says, "The badge of our honor is not a swastika. It's not the Klan cross. It's our white skin. The niggers hate the white race. The Jews hate the Christians. They're the enemy, not us. Yet we're supposed to love them." And if you're wondering who the fuck is this crazy old coot that's spewing racial bullshit, he self-identifies as a man named Hendrik von Braun. And it's just like, whoa, that's real close to Harold von Braun.
He's a big Jimi Hendrix fan.
Yes. So it's no longer Harold. Yeah. It's no longer Harold, it's Hendrik, and it's no longer von Braunhut. It's just simply von Braun.
Man, why pull any punches? Just go right for the Heinrich.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what he was thinking. But if you're thinking like, oh, these can be two different men that just have similar sounding names, I would like to remind you that Hendrik's address for correspondence from the Aryan Nation was the exact same post office box you'd send your sea monkey orders to.
Oh.
Yeah, so this fucker would go down on like a Tuesday, key open his P.O. box, take dollars from like the starry-eyed children of America, and then also get hate mail or receive KKK correspondence.
Right.
In the same
poorly
handful
written
of mail.
letters, somehow probably worse spelling than the children's handwriting.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works.
You am right. Them darkies ham gotta go. Can you please send me a little more packets of them purifying waters? They was delicious.
Purify.
I tried to get them sea monkeys to swim in Mountain Dew. P.S. I love Mountain Dew. I drank the sea monkeys. Send more sea monkeys.
And Mountain Dew.
Hey, you know what PS stands for? It stands for please stay.
Very
Gotta
good.
keep reading. So that's a lot of fun, actually, because white supremacists are the biggest clowns.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
So do you think that our boy gave David Duke a little tuggy?
I don't know who that is.
David Duke is the Grand Wizard of the KKK.
Oh,
Yeah, he's
Lovely.
old enough.
Maybe,
He's
yeah.
old enough. He's around the 80s.
Yes.
He was around for quite some time. He's a very interesting man.
Grand Wizard of racism.
What I don't mean interesting like you should listen to him. Just
No.
man,
Peculiar.
Yeah, very peculiar.
Yeah, would be
So-
a good stare meet. You know, someone fun to watch fall
Yeah,
down
people
the
watching.
stairs.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, Tom, history predicting with falling downstairs.
Wait.
When our boy Hendrik wasn't referring to various minorities as quote-unquote mud people,
Ew.
he would
Jesus
often get
Christ.
sidetracked when in his Aryan Nation speeches tangenting into trivia regarding pyramids and numerology. So he kind of went full History Channel when you didn't keep him on script.
Well, that makes sense with being one of those Aryan boys. I mean, they're all into that weird occult shit.
Yeah.
Hitler's still alive in a bunker in Venezuela or Argentina.
Jersey.
It goes hand in hand, and it's funny too because like Nazis, they had so much time on their hands and they invested so much into like the weird occult.
Yep.
Like some theories of theirs, they're not like strictly Nazi shit. They just adopted them.
Yeah.
Numerology being a perfect case of that, where it's like, all right, this totally moronic thing that people believe in today. I'm sorry if any of our listeners are into that, but it's, you know, come on.
Stop listening to that. Listen to more of us.
Okay, you're 4 years old. You were born on the 4th month, which means you are 4. And you cannot drive. Shit like that.
Numerology.
No, I don't know. Someone was explaining it to me in detail, and I kind of like had a brain aneurysm.
It's more or less astrology.
Right, but what I'm saying is like that's one of those things that white girls and Nazis alike, and
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
just like a range of. And when I say white girls, I mean white girls who love big black cock.
Wait, is that like
Pumpkin spice cock.
Is that like getting a
Yeah.
mandala neck tattoo
Kind of.
and then thinking Nelson? And
I mean,
then,
you're
and
not a
then
Nazi
getting
if
it
you have
because
one
you
of
think
those.
Nelson Mandela got one.
Yeah, that's why.
Nelson
words sound-
Mandela.
Mandala.
Oh yes, I like Nelson Mandela's art. It's crazy. He tapped into Indian folklore and was
That's
a
Morgan
dream
Freeman.
catcher. And then he was also Bearstein Bear.
Do you know that the Bearstein Bears never existed?
Yeah.
What?
Did you know that macaroni and cheese is actually just a type of spaghetti?
Wow. So, Aryan Nation's spokesman Floyd Cochran once stated Hendrik had, quote, a rather large nose for a person from Aryan nations. So it's just like,
Oh, they're catching on.
something's not right with this here Aryan nations guy.
Yep.
The head of Aryan Nations was some dolt who went by the name of Richard Butler. Hendrik and Richard would be the best of buds.
Oh, you mean dick butt?
Dick Butt.
But
Yep. There you go.
that's where it
I
comes
didn't even
from.
see that. Yeah, he's Aryan Nations.
Him
When
and Pepe.
your
What
boy-
the fuck?
Pepe.
Our memes, no. Our memes
Stay
are all
out.
white supremacide.
It's bad. When your boy Richard came under fire for sedition charges against the United States, Hendrik would pledge a percentage of Kyoga sales to Richard's defense fund. So we literally have our subject tonight being like trying to literally bail neo-Nazis out of federal charges. And it's bad. When Richard's wife passed away, Hendrik officiated the funeral parading as a frocked priest. So he's not ordained or anything, but he's there with like the white blip on his neck being like, oh, she was a good woman that was married to a supremacist.
He's a king shrimp. You don't need to be a priest if you're King Shrimp.
No.
But also, I know we're kind of past the white supremacist joke thing, but would Nazis, like German Nazis, the Nazis, all prim and proper, like these bumblefuck, like...
Oh, OG Nazis liking like the SoundCloud Nazis? Is that what you're asking?
The Aryan American...
SoundCloud Nazis.
SoundCloud Nazis.
No, OG
you know what I mean?
Nazis would fucking hate SoundCloud Nazis.
Yeah, because they're like borderline. What's that word that people are using? Retarded.
Yeah, there you go.
They all... It's like, Hitler was like going to build the biggest dome in Europe, and it's to stand in the grandeur, whatever. And like these people are living in a double wide, and they're like, I am living in white opulence.
Yeah. Oh,
Fago,
man.
please.
Yeah. More Fago.
More Fago. So, when Harold's racist skeleton flopped out of the closet into public spotlight, Harold's business partners would hit him up and be like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? And Harold would doggedly deny the claims. However, in the same figurative breath, Harold would state, Hitler wasn't a bad guy, he just got bad press.
I don't know.
Not the keenest defenses.
Yeah, that's
on
not
Harold's
very
behalf.
good. The guy
Not-
can
not-
sell shit in magazines, but I don't know if he's...
He knows good press and showmanship, and he's thinking
like, what-
fucking Hitler just dropped the ball with it.
What you really need to do is see past all the shitty press he's got.
All the genocide.
All the bad press, just look right through it. You know what would help you? A pair of these X-ray specs. You can
Look
look
at this.
right through the goddamn paper and make up your own mind. No reading
$2.98.
necessary. You can't even read because you can look right through the ink.
There you go. The media had a figurative field day airing Harold's dirty laundry in full public view. One searing article branded him as a slimeball hypocrite when they uncovered his humble Jewish upbringing. And they really stuck it to that guy.
Yeah.
My favorite quote of this entire presentation is, one of Harold's cousins came out of the woodwork and went on public record to mockingly jab, hey, I attended that neo-Nazi's bar mitzvah.
Nice. Was he a
Nice.
writer?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
But just like, hey,
Oof.
I went to that guy's bar mitzvah there. Unfortunately, and alas, this is capitalistic America, and Harold's relationships with his business associates and the Aryan nations did not suffer any profound detriment. Harold was just too fucking rich for that. The Aryan nations allowed Hendrik to keep his seat due to his financial contributions. His business partners played dumb and said Harold's word, denying the involvement with the Aryan nations, should be honored and taken at face value. It's like, hey, he said he wasn't a Nazi, so mind your own business.
Wait,
That
that's
kind of
that's
thing.
the Aryan nation saying, "Oh, don't worry, he's not a Nazi." We know.
No. The business partners were like, hey, he said he
Oh,
wasn't a
okay.
Nazi. Leave him alone. Let him continue doing
Well,
business.
that's the power
Let that
of
millionaire.
money.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Both sides are totally guilty. Well, he's got enough money, enough pull, all that shit. And the Aryans are like, well, he might be Jewish and his cock is really big.
Yep.
But he's allowed to stay because he's got this money and we use it and we buy
Yep.
bed sheets.
Right,
with it, or
we
whatever the hell
we
that is.
talked about on
Bed sheets we cut eye holes into.
on the Fritz Lang episode. We talked about the honorary Aryan.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right. With the,
what Plato
yeah,
did.
coming from behind and wrapping a purple ribbon of foreskin around
Gross.
the Jew in question. Now you're an
Please.
honorary Aryan. You get to hang out at the big boy table.
Just
Don't touch me.
Stay away from the kitchen.
don't mind the methamphetamine.
Yeah, stay away from the oven.
Get away from there. Don't worry. Not everyone's going to understand this. You might get a little elbow shoving every now and then, but don't worry. The guys up top know. We're all on the same page. We all want you in the club. Would you mind writing us a check? We were going to buy a wheelbarrow full of burning crosses.
They come like that.
Yes, it comes burning.
It's weird. So, business partner of Harold and vice president of Exploratoy goes by the name of George Atamian. And George Atamian says Harold signed, sealed, and sent a letter officially denying any involvement with the white supremacist groups. When an investigative journalist asked to see the letter in question, Atamian apologized that he couldn't send it as the fax machine was out of paper.
Can't do it.
And just for all you Zoomers out there that don't know, a fax machine doesn't need paper to send a fax. It needs one to receive a fax.
Yeah.
This is the best. This is the best guy. This is my favorite racist ever.
Yeah.
I love this guy. I love his team. I love his team of morons. I like that this guy sold shrimp.
Fake shrimp.
Wait, did he start in the 90s and early 2000s? Did he start Bubba Gump Shrimp Company?
No, that was not him.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
So he's got everyone pulling strings for him, and he doesn't get into too much trouble other than just a falling out with the public. And not too much else is known about Harold as he rides out the rest of his shitty life. You tend to keep out of the media when you're outed as a vocal racist. Who fucking knew? Details are murky, but circa 1988, for whatever reason, Harold falls off his estate's balcony and ruptures his gallbladder on impact.
Ah.
So,
Oh my God! Just trying to reach that tree, shrimp. Oh. Oops.
so keep in mind he's clumsy and prone to falls. That'll come into play later.
Oh no! This bruise is gonna make me less white.
What color's that? Off-white? Harold establishes a wildlife conservation in Maryland. That's where he's fucking getting comfortable now. at
Oh,
this
so
point.
he doesn't care about humans, but he cares about animals.
All colors of animals.
Yeah. All right.
Especially the blue ones.
Yeah. The artificially blue ones. Sea monkeys still sold strong throughout the 90s, but they did experience a dip in sales when the Super Soaker came out. So more kids were like, Super Soaker, please, instead of Sea Monkeys, please.
Yeah, I'm tired of my water not going anywhere. I want to shoot it in my friend's face and load my piss into this thing.
Yeah, I'm just imagining if you put the Sea Monkeys into the Super Soaker and then start hitting people with brine shrimp.
Cody, that's how babies are born.
No.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Travis, why are you taking pictures?
I'm just because I'm gonna
Get my
post an
dick out.
Ali G picture of you.
That look like a dick.
History is unsure of the dates, but Harold is twice married during his life. The second marriage to one Yolanda Signorelli, softcore adult film actress. She has a great set of baps. And Travis, if you could share the baps with us.
Cody, why are you trying to get me hard towards the end of the episode?
Look
You're
at her
supposed
boobs.
to do it in
Boobs
the
are great.
beginning of the episode so I
No.
get stiff.
No, you're supposed to stay stiff from the fucking sea monkeys. But here we
What
have...
the fuck's she doing with him?
Oh, what's going on here? Cool, baby. Cool it, baby.
Yeah.
Keep it cool.
Why? Yeah, what? That's not... What is she trying to do? She's trying to put her nipple upside down?
You know,
She's trying to make a scarf from her boobs.
it looks like she was doing something sexy, but then like in the middle of, you know when you take a picture of someone, they're sneezing or they look like a
Yeah.
piece of shit. She looks like a hot girl in the middle of that.
I like them. Nice baps. Good baps.
They're great.
No,
No, they
they're
look great in
great.
all the other shots.
I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
they're-
the
I
second
don't think-
shot you're
I don't-
sending me.
I don't think they're real, though.
Those are real.
No.
Nice Italian boobs. 1990 boobs, it looks like.
Dude, they didn't have that technology
What
back
are you...
then.
I'm just doing... You can see some scarring underneath the boob right there.
Is this what this is going to devolve into, gentlemen?
I'm just saying
you-
that I just did something about, boob jobs.
Those are not boob jobs.
It might be under the... I don't know, maybe.
No, back then they were way too Christmas ornamenty. That looks like a boob. That looks like a real boob.
All right, maybe.
It doesn't help that she's like fondling
Yeah,
them weird in
maybe
both
just
of
the
those.
fondle. That's kind of
No,
weird.
look. All right, on the second picture you sent, look
Yeah.
at the top right where she's looking away. Look at the way that boob hangs.
Yeah, but then
I like how I
look
can
at
see the
under
nudes
boob.
reflecting off of Tom's glasses.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know. Maybe they're real.
Look at that. Look at that, YouTube.
Yeah, let's see if we
I wonder if we can get suspended for that.
Oh, let's try it. Hold on.
Let's see. Yeah.
Nothing to see here. Just a 31-year-old man inspecting science.
Yeah.
All right. So wait,
Very
who's
good. Let's
this
see if
bitch?
YouTube fits.
I got.
Second wife.
Oh, okay. You
This is the
showed me
second
titties.
wife.
I forgot about everything.
We just wanted to see this white supremacist hot wife.
Yes.
Okay.
So Yolanda Signorelli, who would become a very effective spokeswoman for the Sea Monkey campaign. I wonder why.
That's when he dies. That's her empire. Her empire.
Future
I hurt
predicting.
myself today. This empire of shrimp. Try to hurt it all away, but I remembered it's just brine shrimp.
There you go.
I just remembered how it was, that thing.
What have I become? My dearest boob job.
Man, I love Nirvana.
Was that? I couldn't tell.
It was Rammstein.
So, the last patent Harold would file in his shitty life would be in 2001. A wristwatch fitted with a sea monkey habitat that could sustain exactly 2 sea monkeys for exactly 24 hours. Now,
that's like those fucking disco boots that have goldfish in them.
yes. Now, I've never been to hell, but that sounds like a perfect definition to me. Not only are you trapped in a resource-scarce environment that literally counts down the remaining minutes of your lifespan, there's someone else in there with you.
Yeah.
Like the introvert in me is just like, God damn it.
Dude,
there's someone in here with me.
You can't...
Well, I guess we have to kiss.
Yeah.
You can't treat shrimp that way. You gotta be nice to them. You gotta, like, gently put them into your anus. Keep them there for warmth.
What?
They don't belong on your wrist.
Are you incubating shrimp?
I'm not incubating, dude. That's just how they live. I'm not trying to change biology.
Good.
Fair enough.
You can't.
Fair enough.
One step ahead of where I thought we were.
Which is square zero.
Yeah.
Towards the end of his life, he was working on marketing pet lobsters and an instant frog kit.
I totally got a pet lobster, and I totally know what an innocent frog is.
Innocent frog? Instant frog, Travis.
I know what an innocent frog.
This frog has committed 0 crimes.
This frog is not a white supremacist.
Pays
It's a
his
frog.
taxes.
It's green.
Normal frog, not a
There you go.
rapist, has never mugged anyone.
Hashtag Pepe.
0 child porn on its computer.
Look at that.
Innocent frog.
Innocent frog. So, one of you upstanding gentlemen asked me how he did.
What'd it do? How'd he be? When did he fall upside down on a balcony?
Wow, very good. At the precise statistical average human lifespan of 77 years, Harold Hendrick Braunhut trips and falls like a clumsy oaf in his Indian Head, Maryland estate, and he dies from said complications on December 28th, 2003.
Wait, this is the second time he's tripped and fallen? Like,
Yes,
what is
that's
this
why I
guy
wanted to set up.
doing?
He,
What is he doing? Like,
you know how you're waxed and you can half pipe in your bathtub? He's doing that. He's just doing that, but down the stairs like some fucking Home Alone.
he's trying to be Joe Pesci?
I bet you he tripped on his KKK gown. His prom dress.
Yeah. He just had like crosses to burn just scattered haphazardly at the top of his stairs.
Yeah.
And was just like, whoopsie daisy, all the way down.
Just, yeah. Let's see. I got things to do. He's got a little moleskin out.
Yeah.
The lighter colored one. And he's writing down.
Yeah, not the black one.
Things I hate about foreigners. Walking down the stairs. Let's see. I'm gonna want to order. How many shrimps we're gonna have at that party? Well, the guys don't really like shrimps. They ain't got no class. Maybe a little hot dog. Okay. Oh God! Oh no! Here's the stairs again. I forgot. I'm on autopilot. My brain's so smooth.
Down the stairs,
My
all the
skin
way.
is so pale, I could not see.
Oh,
I was blinded by the tops of my own feet.
Blinded by the white.
Damn these eyes. Damn the truth.
Wow.
Me and my ability to see the truth at all times.
So, Cody, you
Yes.
actually brought in the first, like American Aryan League guy
There
that
you
we've
go.
done.
And
I think.
you weren't expecting it to be the guy that sold fucking sea monkeys, were you?
No.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Tom, you know how I said in the beginning of the episode is there Rule 34 of sea monkeys? I did a little research on one of our breaks, and if you want to open up the chat right now.
Oh no! How'd you find these? That looks like Jim
God.
Davis had. That looks like Jim Davis was bored.
All
right.
Well, here we go. So we got the Smorfs. Aren't those things called the Snorks? The Snorks and the sea monkeys interbreeding. If you don't know what the Snorks are, it was a 70s cartoon. They have tubes on their head. And
Yeah.
there's a dick going
Oh, yeah,
a sea
look at
monkey
that.
dick going into the Snork's funnel. While
that
she's
technically
getting fucked in
fellatio?
the ass. Oh,
Isn't it funny how like cartoon porn, as gross as it is,
Yeah.
especially when it's done so poorly,
Yeah.
they always go right for the ass.
yeah, and also
There's never any vaginal intercourse with these. They have to make it as dirty as possible.
Right to the
There's
back
always
pussy.
a giant cock coming from off screen into the mouth, and then someone spreading the anthropomorphic bullshit from behind in the anus.
yeah.
Yes.
So remember in the beginning of the show, I was talking about that hot mama with that bob. So the first picture I posted
Is
you
exactly
can see a
that.
gentleman laying on on his bed or the floor or carpet, I don't know, and the smashed open sea monkey tank is on the ground. There is
The aquarium
giant,
zoo, yes.
a giant size mama.
It's the movie
sea monkey
Splice.
sucking
Yeah.
his
So
dick.
it's like MILF porn and bestiality.
Isn't that Jimmy Neutron's friend?
Carl?
It does look
No,
like
not
No, the
Carl.
other one.
What's his name? Ultraman.
But-
I want to congratulate and commendate Travis for keeping a straight face the entire time he had these loaded. I don't know how he did that. He said he found it during the break, and I guess he kept it under wraps quite well.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to break your flow. I was like, guess what? I found something pretty hot.
Yep.
Can we post these on Twitter right now?
Yeah.
Probably
like a-
not.
No, I'll just post on Twitter.
Tom, you do it.
I'm really upset that this is going to be on my computer.
Our boy Harold died with quite the fortune in the bank. Unsure of the exact numbers, but somehow Sea Monkeys sold $3.4 million worth as of 2006.
It's thanks to this
So,
artwork.
yes, thanks to this scintillating artwork provided by Deviant Art. And that's, keep in mind, that's a huge, ungodly fortune that was initially earned 5 quarters at a time in the 1960s.
That's a shit ton of money, man.
Yes.
I mean, did you guys
Except-
have a sea monkey set? I remember I got one time.
No, I didn't. And the illusion never worked on me because these things were like marketed as like interdimensional pets, but I was just like, that's literally just plankton.
I mean, I
So,
knew
like-
that. I was just like, look at these baby
Oh.
shrimps I got.
Got it. No.
I mean, I guess when I lost interest around the age of like 21, 22, I realized that they were just shrimps.
Yeah, see, and for me, I grew since then, and I had actual shrimps that I kept as pets.
Oh, look at you, Travis, skipping, grades.
Yeah, there you go.
So, a lengthy legal battle between Harold's business associates and Yolanda ensued around 2015 for the rights to the Sea Monkey business. I could not figure out what the outcome of the case was. It has either been quietly dropped or is quietly ongoing. And so there you have him, Harold Nathan Braunhut, a.k.a. Harold von Braunhut, a.k.a. Hendrik von Braun. Brine shrimp peddling fraudster to children, shitty weapons designer, outspoken Aryan nation's hate monger. Through his shitty ways, Harold taught multiple generations of children the concept of buyer beware and the inherent value of $1. Rest in grease, you brine shrimp mongering shithead.
Good script. That was a lot
There
of
he
fun.
is.
Yeah.
Very, very surprising. It's like, he did what now? He said who? He said Hitler wasn't that bad of a guy while a microphone and a reporter were in the room?
Yeah, he just got bad press and all. And
just got
I'm
bad
not
press.
actually a white supremacist. I'm also not Jewish. I would never be caught dead Jewish. If I was Jewish, I would tell you to take me out with one of my own weapons here, the flinger doodle.
Yeah. It'll take 2 weeks to kill you with it, but
Yeah,
it'll
but
happen.
I deserve it because I'm Jewish, but I'm not a white supremacist. Wrap your head around that one.
I don't think that Hitler would have liked what this guy was doing because Hitler was a vegetarian, and the whole idea of creating a civilization of shrimp is that you will one day eat that civilization of shrimp. The God Eater.
The one weird thing I found out was like Yolanda was a vegan. So she was just like, I'm not going to eat animals, but you bet your ass I will marry a rich Aryan nation supporter.
When you're a professional softcore porn actress, you have to moonlight as a wife in order to have a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to stick.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That's just the way it is. But thanks for doing that, Cody. That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good twist in the sea monkey pathos.
Yes.
Or
All right.
mythos,
Well,
rather.
listeners, thanks for joining us for Roast Mortem coverage of the Sea Monkey
Yeah.
Man. What's his name again? Harold von Bratwurst. That's not it.
Von Braun.
Braunhut. Harold von Braunhut.
Yeah,
Amazing. All right. Yeah, social media. Bye.
Do it. Patreon.com/roastmortemcast.
Bye.
Where's Mike? At waldo.com.
Do we want to call Mike?
Nah, he's probably trying to get laid right now.
He's probably fist deep in.
I think he's just trying to bowl a perfect game right now. No,
He hasn't
she's
been showing up?
completely
I don't
enough.
care.
No, she's completely ignored. She's playing the crane game, and Mike is just there trying to bowl a perfect game.
Oh,
Okay.
That sounds like Mike.
Yeah, good times. All right.
There you have it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Shane.
Later, danky.
Danky.